Tennessee's Meth Offender Registry is supposed to have the names of everyone who's guilty of making meth, doing meth, or selling meth. Problem is, when you sign on right here, you'll actually only see a fraction of those who should be on this list. Well, in tonight's Fox 17 Waste Watch investigation, we show you how meth offenders are slipping through the cracks in a program our tax dollars are paying for.
Tennessee is number 2 in the country when it comes to making meth. With a problem that big, the list of names on Tennessee's Meth Offender Registry seems pretty small.
Wow, there's a bunch of names missing off that registry, isn't there?
This Smith County woman wants her identity concealed for safety because she was neighbors with convicted meth maker Garry Bennett.
And I thought it was odd they pulled a van behind the house, but there was a trampoline on the other side of that van a bunch of children, neighborhood kids played on, including mine. If that would have exploded, what would have happened?
Nothing exploded here, but it did at Bennett's next stop, the Travel Inn in Lebanon, where police say his meth lab blew up.
It shook the whole building, and they came down the walls completely gone.
After Bennett's conviction April 3rd, Fox 17 kept checking the registry for his name. It took more than a month for his name to be added in Wilson County, a county that only started adding names to the meth registry in 2010, 5 years after it was created.
He's definitely a candidate or somebody that should be within or on the Meth Offender Registry system.
I searched the registry and found in Smith County, where Bennett's accused of first making meth, the clerk here only added 6 names to the meth registry in 8 years. Yet, the county had 12 meth convictions just last year alone. So we went to the Smith County clerk to find out why so many names are missing.
A lot of people would wonder why there were only 6 names, and after all these years that the system's been in place.
And that I don't have control over, though. That's not something I do. Our system automatically, we have a TBI interface that they cross with each other, and everything that we do in the system goes into that interface.
In her defense, Angie Hunter's new in this position, only on the job 6 months, but that interface or some aspect of the county reporting system is not working.
It has not worked because we're not getting the proper reporting from the counties.
Smith County's not alone. A spot check of other counties shows Rutherford is behind too on adding names. There are just 6 on the registry from here, a county that had 30 meth convictions in 2013. Cheatham County has just 4 names on the registry, but had more meth convictions than that, 7 in 1 year.
We do need a good reporting from the county clerks, and if they're not doing their job, we need to find out why.
Senator May Beavers put Tennessee on a path to blaze trails in the world of meth registries. Her legislation made us the very first state to start one. It cost taxpayers $10 grand to set it up in 2005 and $5,000 every year for the TBI to maintain it. The grand total so far, about $50,000.
If they continue along that pathway, the state could actually take a more blunt trauma approach and come out and say, either do this or we will withhold state funding for something to get their attention. We demand that these people cooperate with us.
Cooperation is key if pharmacists are going to do their part to curb meth. You see, the registry isn't just a name and shame strategy.
Good to see you again.
You see, pharmacists like Andrew Finney of Gallatin also use these names in a system called NPLEX, National Precursor Log Exchange, to stop the sale of pseudoephedrine, a main ingredient in some cold medicines and in meth.
Gives them basically a yes or a no as to whether or not they can sell the product.
While Finney says the registry has stopped thousands of sales, hundreds of missing names give him an incomplete picture.
It would basically make the data that we get invalid, and we would not be able to make a professional judgment on whether or not this person should be able to receive or purchase the product.
Farmer says even if county clerks got better at reporting meth convictions to the registry, there's sometimes a breakdown with the different systems each private pharmacy uses.
And then we've got the human factor that's involved from the front line, from either the pharmacist or the technician. You know, what did they get? Did they get all of the information? Did they run it? Did they rewrite it? Did they override it? There's a lot of moving parts here.
Moving parts that keep the meth makers like Garry Bennett on the move.
If you're manufacturing meth, if you're selling meth, if you've got a meth problem, you need to be on the registry.
Now, Tennessee is doing better than in recent years, now adding about 108 new names to the registry every month. But some other states are more successful. At 10 o'clock tonight, what they're doing that's getting better results.